How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. So as you saw in the intro clip, we are back working on the Dakota here today in today's video. And as you saw, we already got the truck all jacked up in the rear. We got both back tires off, and we're going to be doing the rear brakes today. So on the driver's side, it actually wasn't too bad. The caliper's still good, the brake pads were still good, but I was having some brake issues on the passenger side, and we'll jump over here real quick. So as you see, these top pads are from the passenger side and they are completely gone. These pads are from the driver's side and they're actually still fairly good. These were replaced not that long ago, so the culprit behind this is because the passenger side caliper hung up. So I bought, for the entire rear, all new pads and 2 new calipers, because I figured because the passenger side went bad, the driver's side might be going bad soon as well. So I figured save myself the hassle and just replace everything all at once. I just did the front brakes. In a previous video not that while back, I'll tag that up above. If you guys missed it, go check it out after you finish watching this video. That way the Dakota will have all new brakes all the way around. So hopping over here to the passenger side, here's the caliper. It hung up and it's got a tear in the boot there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. So these guys are going to be taken off and getting replaced. Now this truck did come factory with drum brakes in the rear, but at some point in its life before I bought it, it had a rear disc brake conversion done to it by SSBC, the stainless steel brake company. It was an aftermarket kit that was thrown on it. And after doing some research, I found out that these calipers are actually off of a 1988 to, I believe, a 1992 Ford Thunderbird. So that's the factory equivalent of these 2000 Dodge Dakota aftermarket brake calipers. As you guys see, here's the new one. I already got it taken apart. I'm going to end up prepping it for paint. It comes with this bracket and the caliper itself. So I'm going to get that put on. So I'm going to get this painted here soon. As you can see, it's got the Ford logo stamped into it. But no harm, no foul, because if you guys look, that's pretty much exactly the same caliper, just different castings. The one that's on the truck currently has the SSBC stamped into it instead of the Ford logo. So pretty interesting. After doing a night of research, I found that out. And apart from the new calipers and the new brake pads, I also got a set of 2 brand new drilled and slotted rotors. Same rotors that I threw on the front when I replaced those brakes. So now we'll have drilled and slotted rotors all the way around the whole truck, which will be a nice little upgrade. So I'm very excited to throw all this stuff on the truck. I know it wasn't a true unboxing since I already unboxed everything, but I got these parts over the course of the entire last week, and I wanted to make sure everything lined up and was set and ready to go for this video. Plus I need my truck back on the road soon. I've been borrowing my aunt's vehicle, so really looking forward to getting the truck all wrapped up. And I think tonight, before it gets dark, we're going to get ready to paint these calipers and spray underneath the truck with some black touch-up paint. So let's get to work. I'm pretty excited. Well guys, it's actually the next day here. I gave it roughly 24 hours just about for those calipers to dry. Got them all painted blue and I think they came out awesome. I actually got the passenger side thrown on the truck here and check that out. Got the drilled and slotted rotors on there to match the front. I think it looks great. The only thing I have left to do is I have to unhook the old caliper with the brake line and hook it up to the new one, but I just wanted to get everything in place first before I do that. But before we swap over the brake line, we're going to jump over to the driver's side and get that whole side set up and ready to go. And I will film that process so you guys can check it out on the driver's side. So that's enough of me talking. Let's get to work and get that driver's side put on. Well guys, we just finished up the passenger side on the truck, and again I think it turned out perfect just like the driver's side. Check that out. I'd say that's a big upgrade, very nice improvement, especially with the blue calipers all painted up and the drilled and slotted rotors. I think it looks great. So the last step here, I think we just got to jack up the truck, throw the tires back on it and lower it down, and it should be good to go. We'll give it a nice little test rip, but I will take you around and give you guys a comparison of the old parts to the new parts. Check out the caliper improvement. I think that's pretty crazy. Definitely a lot nicer. And again, with the rotors, the old ones just had the slots, they weren't drilled, but this one was pretty beat up. Obviously they are a little bit rusty from sitting out in the elements because the pads weren't wearing them smooth, but as you guys can tell, out with the old and with the new, I think it's awesome. And here is the passenger side caliper as well. This was the one that was hung up on me. As you can see, the boot was breaking there. It actually broke there as well. So this one was definitely in need of a replacement, and that was actually the second time that's done that to me. I repaired it once and it did it again, so I figured I might as well replace both, because who's to say the driver's side wouldn't do it. So better safe than sorry, and plus now I can say I got brand new brakes all the way around. The front calipers were still good. When I did that brake replacement, it just needed rotors and pads. But for the back, got new calipers, new pads, and new rotors. So I'm pretty satisfied. That's enough of me talking. Let's get back to work, jack up the truck, throw the tires back on it, lower it down, and give it its first test drive. But before we get back to work and finish up the truck here, just a little side note. If any of you second-gen Dakota owners have this rear disc brake conversion kit or anything like it, these calipers that came from SSBC, the stainless steel brake company, based on my research, I could not find replacement calipers. I could have probably contacted them, but who knows how long I would have had to wait for parts. And based on my night of research, I found out that these calipers are actually from a 1988 to, I believe, a 92 or 93 Ford Thunderbird. So I guess now I can say I got Ford parts on my truck. As you can see, it's actually got the Ford logo casted into it. So hopefully that doesn't make my truck break down. Just kidding. I got a soft spot for Fords as well. I like all cars. But as you guys can see, that's exactly the same caliper. So a lot of these brake companies use the exact same parts. They just cast their company name into the mold and sell it as their products. So if you guys are looking to replace your rear calipers on your Dodge Dakota, if it's got a aftermarket rear disc brake conversion kit, you can use 1988 Ford Thunderbird brake calipers. And I did get them from Rock Auto, pretty fairly priced, quick shipping. So shout out to those guys. This is not a plug, but I was very satisfied with them. But that's enough of me rambling. Let's wrap up the truck here, throw the wheels back on it, and go for our first test drive. Well guys, I actually forgot to film an ending to this video, so here we are. As you can see, the Dakota's parked back in place, took it for a nice little test drive, and it ran great. Appears to have no brake issues, everything's working as it should, but for some reason I do have a problem with the passenger side rear wheel. I don't know why, but after driving it for a few minutes, that side gets insanely hot where you can barely even touch it compared to the other sides. I don't really know why. I'll have to troubleshoot it a little bit more. I probably won't get, I'm not going to get into it at the end of this video, so I might do a little story time and just keep you guys updated and let you know what's going on with it. But for now, it's all right. I'm just going to drive it around town here and there, maybe to work right up the street here, but I won't be driving it too much because I don't want to, you know, warp my rotor or anything from the heat. So until I get that figured out, here we are. I know this video wasn't too exciting, but if you guys enjoyed it, please leave me a thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, suggestions, let me know what future videos you'd like to see next on any of our vehicles. And I guess on that note, we'll just catch you in the next one, and we'll sign off with the usual. Always accelerate and don't look back. Catch you in the next one.